it shouldn't be there forever. It's somebody achieves the objectives they're set, then congratulate them, move on if you can. Take the sword of Damocles off their necks. It can be damaging, a pip. As I say, I prefer a more nurturing approach. Personally, it's always been my management style. But there are other ways of doing it. There are potentially other ways of doing it, depending on the role and the resources that a company has got. So, PIPs really should be for as reasonably short as practicable. It can be changed, it can be updated, but it's not. You don't want to get into a situation as an employer where it starts to look like a stick to beat somebody with. So I would say that 3 months, I think, is adequate in most cases, unless somebody's really quite technical. But then, as I say, you'll have already, hopefully by that time, seen improvements, moved on, changed the PIP. But training, mentoring, setting up support groups within the workplace. When I was a partner and head of a department, I helped roll out a mentoring program. And it wasn't just about me sitting down with somebody and saying, how you're getting on and working with them. It can be that you can get a secretary or somebody else, a clerical worker, different roles, could be quite separate from management if you're looking at setting up a mentoring program. Obviously, you've got to have regard to what resources you've got. Don't want somebody spending half their day every day mentoring a whole load of staff. The chances are they probably haven't got the time to then achieve their own goals and what's expected of them. But there might be somebody who can be used for that. So mentoring's good. And it's also a useful back channel from the point of view of getting a bit of feedback on how somebody's doing in a softer, sort of more constructive way rather than formal meetings. Because don't forget, we've all been employees once, some of us still are, I'm not, haven't been for years. But, that kind of anxiety of having any kind of meeting with management where you're, summoned, whether informally or not, it's not a pleasant feeling, especially if you're new to a business, you haven't yet got a relationship, where you feel like you know where you stand.